Hi, this is David from WhyBuyFromYou, and today I'm going to do a review of the book Never Hire a Bad Salesperson Again. And its really subtitle is Selecting Candidates Who Are Absolutely Driven to Succeed. So I'm going to do a quick review. I put together some of the thoughts on the main topics that, or ideas that were presented in the book, and want to share with you why it's important. Well, I feel after reading it that it's important for you to read it as well. So anyways, let's get started. One of the things is, to identify your hunter salespeople and rockstar salespeople. It identifies and teaches you how to deliver or determine if they have the traits to be an A player. So the other thing that the book's going to do is help you identify the C and B players. You don't want those. I know that B players make up the largest percentage of the industry, but your team will outperform everybody else if it's filled with A players. So we want to make sure that we're hiring the A players and you have a team that just will dominate. So that's real important. The other thing is how to hire rock star salespeople, the hunter salespeople, how to interview them, how to test for it, and how to attract them. How do you get them to want to come work for you? And there's some real key traits to doing that. So, and additionally, the book goes into, for your current sales team, how to train, how to develop, and how to get them their skill set up. So there's some real good information here in the book. So now let's talk about what is probably the most important aspect of the book. It really teaches you to identify what's the key traits, what drives people, the majority of people who are A sales players. What is the identifying trait or group of traits that really, determines whether they're going to be successful or not in most cases. So when we really look at it, there's 3 different traits that really equal drive. And drive is the factor that, determines their success. So, there's 3 aspects to it though. If you get these 3 aspects all together, you're gonna have somebody who's absolutely driven to succeed, and somebody you want on your team. So first, they have a need to achieve. They're the A players. They're the people that have to get they have to get an A if they were the kids in school and that type of stuff. They always want to go to the next level. They always want to learn. They want to grow. They want to be the best. The other aspect of it is that they're competitive. They're the people who want, no matter what, they want to be number one. They want to win at any cost. You look at someone like Michael Jordan, that even in practice, he wanted to win. If you find somebody who's competitive and wants to be number one, and every month is looking for the numbers, how do I get to that next level? That is, somebody that, you tie in the need to achieve their competitiveness, and you're building strength within that individual. The other thing is optimism. So, they see the glass half full. They're always, ready to take on any challenge and do it happily. They don't see, the day's events from today. If they didn't have any success, they're back tomorrow, thinking they're gonna win. They're gonna make it happen. And you know what? Having these 3 things together and the drive, that's, it's like the fire inside them that every morning they get up and they have to achieve something. They have to go and, be better, to achieve, to be the best. So really, if you can find somebody that has these, you'll be much better off. You'll start to develop that A team, the team that, will be unstoppable. So when you're looking at this, really the book will help you identify it. And really in the next section, we'll talk about this, really is how to interview for those prospects. The first one is if you interview properly, you're going to learn about their past. So the past, they have a question that they teach in here, which is the magic wand question. And there's some questions that you ask leading into it, but really it helps you get to the truth about their past. If you can understand what was the driving factor, for leaving past jobs or their unhappiness on past jobs, the past is a big indicator of what the future is going to be like. So you really need to understand their past. So the magic wand question, after you do the setup questions, is pretty much, what 3, if we had a magic wand, what 3 things could you change about that job that would have never made you want to leave? And once they get past the first one, which is normally where people stop, you get past the key component, you eventually, second and third one, get more and more to the truth because they start telling you why they really left. And so, you can determine if it's something you can live with or not. So real valuable information, lots of great interview questions. It also helps you. There's a lot of questions that get to those 3 components. So you'll find out if they have drive. If they don't have drive, most likely they're not going to be an A player. They'll settle for less. They'll be what, in the book they talk about flatliners. So those are people that, they get to a certain level. They get to, a dollar amount. I'm comfortable now. I can pay my bills. I can do everything I want to do. I don't need to do more. Well, somebody who's driven is going to blow past their numbers and keep pushing. It's not, they're going to want to open more accounts. They're going to want to do what's needed. But somebody that's not driven, is going to be somebody who's just wants to get by. They want to just, not have to work that hard. And then really the other thing that the book talks about is testing. And, testing is an important aspect. And some people may say, think when they read the book by Dr. Croner and Mr. Abraham that, it's a little of a sales pitch. But I will tell you, that's the aspect of testing. But testing is very important. And, even in here, they talk about 70%. Testing can measure drive up to 70%. So you still need the interview to really get it much closer. So that's at 90% during the interview process. So the interview is the most important part. What the testing is going to do for you, and I highly recommend you do testing. I've done it in a lot of previous jobs. It helps you weed out people who just aren't a fit. So you can just focus on the people that are the right people. So we've got you can look at the testing, but also the interview questions, and the book's loaded with them, are really where you're going to get the most value. And any of the questions in here will definitely pay for the cost of the book. I thought it was a good read. Definitely valuable information within it that will help you grow your business. Anyways, give me any feedback that you'd like down below. I welcome the feedback and I'll definitely respond. I would hope that you would subscribe to my channel because Why Buy From You is really dedicated to providing my audience with information about the reason people buy. And it really focuses on sales, marketing, and branding because those are all part of the reason people buy. So hopefully you've enjoyed this video, and thank you very much and have a great day.